Hey y'all, what's up? I know it's been a minute. I just been living my life, doing me. I hope y'all been good out there. I hope y'all are still progressing in y'all lives. Everything that you desire and you want for yourself, I hope is happening for you. But understand that the year of 2024 is the absolute year of exposure. Nobody can hide and deny who they are. There's a lot of current events I'm about to cover. And I'm pretty sure if you have social media or you listen to the news, then you probably heard these things. So as of I think like last night or yesterday, the Baltimore Bridge collapsed or whatever. I forgot the name of the dang on bridge. Something Francis or something like that. That bridge totally collapsed. If you've ever seen the movie on Netflix called Leave the World Behind, the first scene of the movie is essentially a ship that has lost power, been hacked, the GPS in the boat system or whatever went down. Basically, whoever was on board the ship had absolutely no control of the ship. And it wasn't the only ship, or maybe it was the only ship in the movie. I don't know. I seen it a while back, probably back in January at this point. But point is, just like that ship beached up on the land and everybody that was on the beach had to run for their lives because that big old ship came crashing up the beach, this is like the same thing. That according to the video that the media released, the boat had power, lost power, had power, lost power, and then hit the damn bridge, and the bridge just collapses at like 1 a.m. All I can say is, like, me personally as a truck driver, I'm glad that I didn't have to go to Baltimore or nothing like that, because I've crossed that bridge before numerous times. And all I gotta say is, at least I wasn't up that way, because that would really suck to have been on a bridge and you're driving and then that motherfucker just collapsed from underneath you. Although I've had a dream like that, but it was the San Francisco Bridge in Cali where I had a dream that the fucking bridge fell and I was inside. Shit, I'd be ready. I roll down that motherfucking window, take the seatbelt off, or I got a knife ready to cut that bitch off, because I'd be damned if I fucking drown. I know how to swim for a reason. So if you don't know how to swim, you better learn how to fucking swim. Okay? It is a life or death thing to know how to swim. Like facts. But anyways, then have y'all heard what's going on with P. Diddy? Like, supposedly he's on a private jet on his way to Cape Verde because he can't be extradited back to the U.S. to, be tried for the crimes and being involved in sex trafficking, because, his home in Miami or wherever his house is, L.A., was raided. His sons are currently in custody. Like, y'all, a whole bunch of stuff is being exposed. I don't know about y'all, but my childhood just got ruined like yesterday. Okay. So yesterday I was watching this documentary series dealing with Nickelodeon. Y'all, like, it is so sad. Like, I started following Drake Bell on TikTok, and he's kind of been posting these songs that he made when he was 15. And then on the docu-series, he actually came out and was like, he's 37 right now. He's not that much older than me. And to be back then 15, I was probably like 10. You know what I'm saying? A couple years younger. And whole time, all the kids, me, my cousins, my friends, were like, oh, I wish we could go down to Florida. I wish we could be on Nickelodeon or Disney Channel or this and that. Man, I understand why all these childhood stars be on crack, heroin, cocaine, alcoholics. Why, they try to speak their truth about what happened to them, and then the media just goes into a frenzy and makes them look crazy, sends them to, rehab, or, commits them. You know what I'm saying? It was really sad to hear what happened to Amanda Bynes, like how she is now versus then. For your boss, you're 13 years old. your boss has sex with you, you get pregnant, you have to have an abortion. And then what was so sad about it was, and I just watched this earlier on TikTok when I looked up Amanda Bynes, because I used to love the Amanda Show. I used to love it. But there was one episode where there was this fat guy. He looked so much like Dan, but it was not Dan. It was just another fat guy. And he was like selling pretzels, and he just randomly came out. And so she's like, basically they were mocking her, making fun of her abortion situation and stuff like that. Because for like, if you go and look up Amanda Bynes pretzel guy, like for example on TikTok, you'll see the clip of that show. Because as a kid, you see it, it's wacky, it's funny, it's just kid. You don't see nothing sexual about it because you're a child. Looking back at this shit as a fucking 30-year-old adult, a lot of that shit was fucking inappropriate. Very inappropriate. I see why Britney Spears then looked crazy and lost her mind or whatever. I didn't read her memoir or nothing like that, but I see why. You know what I'm saying? I can also see why Drake Bell, over the last like 15 years of his life plus, he was quiet and he didn't say anything. It was kept like quiet, and you just didn't hear anything from him after Drake and Josh. Like, this shit was just wild. But it goes to show you, like, these people, like, how do y'all do this? The same guy that SA'd Drake Bell, when he got off of his 16 months of probation or jail time or whatever, all of a sudden you get hired at Disney. Disney didn't do their due diligence in protecting any of these kids. Like, it is really, really crazy. And it's so disgusting because, like, as a kid, you see like Jamie Spears in Zoe 101. She had like some stuff being like squirted on her face. And then you see Ariana Grande. But I didn't watch Victorious. I wasn't really interested in Victorious. But apparently they showed clips of Ariana Grande, doing inappropriate things that looked sexual with a potato and laying on her bed upside down with a water bottle, like shit that is not kid-like at all whatsoever. And it makes no sense whatsoever. But y'all, everybody's just going to continuously get exposed. I mean, I'm just waiting for Jay-Z, Beyonce, for the shit to really come out about Oprah's ass. Like, I'm just really sitting back with popcorn because, this is just the simulation falling apart. The Matrix coming down, the House of Cards is over. And this is why things are being exposed. And things are just only going to continue. I don't want to say get juicier, but just juicier as far as the truth being revealed. And you start to look at these, famous people just differently. I'm not talking about the victims, but certain ones, like certain people, they idolize certain people too much. Just like all the Beyonce fans or the Beehive of the world. Oh, Beyonce can't do no wrong. She's perfect. She's this, she's that. Well, I'm curious, when things start coming out about her, what's going to happen to the Beehive then? Because a Beehive, they literally have one mind. Which is to protect the hive. They all work in unison. It's like one, it's many bodies, but it's one mind. And personally, I don't know what's up with Beyonce, but the symbolism of her being on a white horse with like this flag for her country album or her country song or whatever the hell it is she's doing, it's like Country Carter or something like that. Literally, the white horse is depicting, if you ever read the book, The Pale Horse, then you get where I'm coming from or where that is going. Like, literally, she is like putting in your face that one of the four horsemen is basically here. I can't remember the order or whatever, but I mean, you got famine, you got death, you have war, and then you have sickness or illness, whatever that horseman's name would be or whatever, right? And then this is another new coming topic as well. So there was a guy who where was, I forgot where they said he was or whatever, but basically somebody diagnosed him as having demon syndrome because he described seeing his girlfriend and his roommate and just certain people. I don't know if it was everybody or just certain people, because nobody specified. He didn't specify, but he just was saying they had pointy ears and a wide smile and big eyes. I was like, that's a lot like the movie Smile. Very creepy, had this just evil kind of grimace. It's like in between it's just like a creepy wide grin smile. Like kind of like the Joker. You know what I'm saying? But all of these things that's going on, I'm really not shocked. I'm not surprised. I feel bad for the people who are victims of, certain things. But then at the same time, it's like, why didn't y'all speak up? Why were you scared? Like, you wanted fame more than the sexual assault you endured. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, me personally, I wouldn't give a fuck about my career if it ever. I understand now why, like, certain people like Maya got out of the industry, because she wasn't like all the one hit wonders where they made that one hit song and then you just never heard anything else from them. That's because they tried to take those people to another level or have them do disgusting, despicable, gross, horrible things, and those people weren't willing to go down that rabbit hole. So then they basically blackballed them, pulled the plug on their careers or whatever. So at the end of the day, and if you think about it, a lot of these artists, they have told you somewhere along the line through a joke. All jokes have truth. And if you listen to music lyrics, Snoop Dogg sold his soul, DMX sold his soul, Kanye West, all of these artists, even Rihanna, I just heard a voice clip of her talking about of course I sold my soul to the devil. I'm like, Riri. I like Riri, but at the end of the day, I like Doja Cat until she got all on demon time, dressing up, painting herself black with horns, and she doing too much. I liked her when she first came out, and then she just went down a rabbit hole of, Satanism, So I don't idolize none of these people, because these people behind closed doors are despicable people. If you can sell your soul to the devil, you're just despicable. Period. Because right now there's only two sides, the righteous and the unrighteous, the good and the bad. Period. And so you got to just see who's who now. And that's basically what is happening. The veil is essentially, if you swap the E and the V, it spells evil. So, wait, VEIL. Yep. Yeah. Swap the V and the E and you get evil. But nonetheless, if you still can't use your discernment, because I just find it interesting how the news described this guy as having demon syndrome. How come you didn't say he was hallucinating? How come he wasn't a drug addict or an alcoholic? You just straight up, oh, I know what the problem is. You have demon syndrome. Or is it that he really saw the spirit in that vessel and it was a demon? All I know is trust your eyes, trust your instincts. This is not a time to sit here and let people gaslight you and play you like you dumb, play you in your face. All right. If you saw some shit and nobody else can see it, then obviously God gave you the sight to see that for a reason. Regardless, if no one else knows it, you know what you saw. Just like you know what you heard. Just like you know what you felt. Just like you know what you've experienced in your life. Nobody can tell you different. Because 10,000 are going to fall to your left and however many more is going to fall to your right. But you ain't gonna be touched. That's the way I look at it. So, I mean, broad is the way to hell, and the path to righteous is very small. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, just be mindful who you have around you. Be mindful of who's in your space. Just be mindful. That's all you can really do with all of these different events unfolding and going on and taking place. I mean, and things just get just deep. Okay? Things just go really, really deep. I mean, it's just amazing. But I'm at this. I guess I feel like, when you think that you have been shocked, you find out like, wow, there's more to this than what you even thought, you know? But Hollywood is breaking down. All these spells and stuff like that are breaking down, So anybody dealing with porn addiction and stuff like that, everything is coming down. Everything is basically, I feel, being reset. As far as that bridge collapsing, that is not the first or last man-made structure that is going to plummet, because anything that was made by evil people, it will be destroyed, because evil people will not inherit the earth. New heaven will be on earth, but not everybody is going to experience it, because not everybody is going to make it. Not everybody is going to actually live it. Like, yes, we all can see each other, but we would be on different frequencies. So certain people will have their own version of heaven where they're happy, they're living the life of their dreams, while other people are literally living in chaos and hell, but that is the version of life that they chose to be in. And at the end of the day, everybody will get the opportunity to live out their own realities, but everybody's reality will not be the same. Some people will be in just drama, chaos, destruction, killing, stealing, all types of stuff. So I urge you to definitely, get you some guns, protect yourself, because you don't know what is going to be happening. But it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a fucking war. Okay? Like, at the end of the day, spiritual warfare is very real, and it has been taking place since the day you came out your mama's vagina. All right? Ever since then. So, if it's been going on all that time, it probably will continue until the day your body hits the dirt. But at the end of the day, where do you stand? Do you have a pure heart or a wicked heart? Are you righteous or are you unrighteous? You're good, you're evil, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really like good or bad, because those are subjective. Good people can sometimes be forced to do bad things. Bad people sometimes can do good things to seem like a good person. At the end of the day, it's all about the heart. So, are you righteous or are you not? But what y'all think? What y'all think about all these current events and things that I just talked about? Feel free to leave your comments below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace. Positive energy always creates elevation, y'all. Bye.